So we are actually trying to do a name reservation, because if we don't reserve a name, we can't complete the full registration. Okay, so now I want to reserve a name, and there are various classifications for name reservation. We have that of the business name. So if you want to register under a business name, there's a separate video on how to do that, but today's tutorial is on how to register for a company. And also the video for incorporated trustee is coming up soon. Okay, so now we want to register for a company, and we're going to pick company right here. Then select specific type. We are going to be selecting private company limited by shares. So it depends on what you want to go for, but the most used, you just have to know the definitions of all of this before you can go ahead to choose your specific type. Okay, so we are going for private company limited by shares, and now we are going to be filling in the proposed names. So the proposed name should carry LTD or LUIMITD. Okay, so this is it, LUIMITED limited. So after filling in your proposed names, you click on save and continue. So it's going to take you to the part where you're going to be filling in if it's a new incorporation or so. So this is the objectives. So they asked reason for availability search. Since we are going for a new incorporation, is a new registration, you're going to be choosing new incorporation. But if you are doing a business upgrade from business name to limited, then you have to choose your limited. If you are doing a name substitution, maybe your name was queried and you were asked to change the name, so you have to, that is your name was queried during the registration process, you have to use name substitution. Then if you're trying to form a company with 3 different companies, then you can use group holdings. But if you are doing a change of name, that is you have been approved, your certificate has been issued to you, but you don't like the name and you want to change it, then you can go ahead and use change of name. But now we are going for a new registration, so we are using new incorporation stroke registration. Then the additional remarks is not compulsory, so you just leave it and click on save and continue. So after the save and continue, you head on to payments. Yeah, so the actual amount for name reservation is 500 naira for company limited registration. The reservation fee is 500 naira. For a new registration is 500 naira. So you'll be paying this amount to remitter, and then your name will move from not submitted to pending. So you will be paying the sum of 500 naira to remitter. Then after your payment, if your reservation does not move from not submitted to pending, all you have to do is to click on check status. That is if your transaction was successful. Please don't make a mistake of making a payment twice, because getting a refund isn't a day job. So once you make your payment and you're sure that it was successful and it's still or not submitted, go back to your dashboard and click on check status. So you just have to go back to your dashboard and just allow you to load check payment status. So once you click on this, and if the payment was successful, it's going to move over to the pending reservations. All right, so after name reservation is being approved, we'll move over to the full registration. So now we have to wait for registration or reservation to be approved. Then after the approval, we are going to move on to the next part of the tutorial. after having an approval from CAC, all you have to do is locate your company name, okay, the name you want to register. So just go ahead and I'm searching for the Blessed and um, Enterprise Limited. I think, yeah, that's the name that we are looking for. Sorry, I just hope you can hear me better because I'm trying not to sorry, you know, cold, the cold this month, like the cold this period is March, okay. So I'm looking for the name. I'll just have to keep going, keep going, keep going. We're almost there. Uh, almost there. Almost there. So just keep going, keep going. Um, no. Okay. All right. So here we have the name and it's showing start registration because it has not been registered or no like nothing has been done on it. So if you can look at this Lentech integrated services, you see that it's not showing any start registration because it has already been submitted and approved. Okay, this Wiki here also hasn't been like it hasn't been registered fully. The name was just reserved on CAC. So this is the Blessed N Enterprises Limited that we are going to register today. The company name we are going to be using for our tutorial. Okay, so we are clicking on start registration, or you click on approval notes and you copy the availability code there. So now I'm just going to click on this start registration and it's going to open up the dashboard where I'm going to be filling in a lot of details. So on the first dashboard, on the first we have is entity details, which is this that you're seeing here, where you are being asked to fill the classification of your business. So we're just going to go ahead and choose administrative support service. I like choosing this because it gives me the opportunity to choose a broad classification for my client. So I'll just go ahead and choose general contract. Okay, so if you just take your time and go through, but if you are registering a company based on entertainment, please just go for this art entertainment. Once you click on it and you open up, you're going to see other, like you can just see entertainment services. But if your client has too many things doing under that company, just do your client the good of doing general contracts. Okay, just do your client the good of doing general contracts. So this is here to reflect, is here to change. So let's just keep waiting for it to reflect back. So it's supposed to take us back to where we're going to see that general contract, but it's still on that. Okay, now it has changed back. So we are going to click on the general contract. Okay, and then ouch, what's this mosquito? Come on, get out of here. So in the principal activity description, you're going to be putting in, like, you're going to fill your client's nature of business in this box here. Okay, then your client email, business email or personal email, then the phone number of the business or your client's phone number, then the registered address of your client, provide the house number or building name, okay, the street name of course, and then this head address is not compulsory. You can see it has no red asterisk like this, so it's not compulsory. So if you don't have any head address, just leave it and go ahead with your save and continue. That's after you are finished filling in all these details. you click on save and continue. Okay, so the next part after clicking on save and continue is where we are going to be adding those kiri things, those like your object of memorandum, even the business that you want to venture in future. Okay, so when we get to that part, I'll be showing us how to add it. So I'll just quickly go ahead and fill in all these details here, and then I'm going to click on save and continue, which we are going to arrive at the object of memorandum. Shorty Bob. Let's go. Yeah, so this is the part where you're going to be filling in the object of memorandum. Okay, this is basically what the company, because you know that limited is like let me just, in a layman language or a baby language, I'm just going to say that you registering a limited is because you want to add in more nature of business. Okay, so you want, even the one you are not doing, you are not doing as in at that moment, but you know that in future you might want to venture into it, or maybe in future you want people to partner with you. So these are the details you'll be filling here. All right, so if you want to do that, you just click on add objects, then you are typing, you are going to take your time and draft your object out. You just type them, type, and once you're done typing, you click on add. So you can add multiple objects. So if you want to add another one, you click on add, and then you add. You can add as many, even up to 17 objects. You can add 17 objects. Then after that, you click on add, so you can see the objects here. So now, to draft your object in a way that CAC will not query it, or to know what objects you are to use, because the object you are using determines the total amount of shares you'll be going for. Because a travel and tour object is going for a 30 million, and not, it can never go for a 1 million shares, except you're going to change the travel and tour to another language that CAC doesn't know. But once you put it as once you fill it as travel and tour, that means you are going for a 30 million shares. And if you want to make your company a 30 million share, it means that the amount is not going to be the same for a 1 million share. Okay, so now I have drafted out my client's objects. I'm just going to be doing a copy and paste. All right, so if you're interested in how to draft out your own object in a way that is presentable, and even in future it's going to help you out, just reach me out. Sorry, it might be free, sorry, it might not be free. That's if you are one of my students, it's going to be free for you, of course. But yeah, that's it. So I'll just go ahead and add all the objects, and after adding the objects, you're to click on save and continue, and it's going to take you to the part of the articles of association. So I'll just quickly go ahead and do what I'm supposed to do on this second column, and then I'm going to move over to the third column and also explain. So keep watching, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also like this video. And yeah, let's go. So we are on the third column, where we are going to be filling in the details of the witness, which is under the articles of association. Okay, so we have to fill the details of the witness. So note that the witness cannot be the director, and the witness cannot be the shareholder. So you can just choose anyone, maybe your neighbor or maybe a friend, to be your witness. Okay, so for my clients, I'll be using myself as a witness. Hope you get it, because I am not a director in his company, I'm not a shareholder in his company, so I can use myself as a witness. We all know the definition of witness, so that same definition applies here. So the witness cannot be the witness can never be the director, because if you even make I don't know what I'm feeling so awkward today. So if you make the witness a director, your registration will be queried. You can try it if you want to, because I know I before I say, I confirm. So for you to make a witness, you must not include his details or her details as a director in your company or as a shareholder. So I'll just quickly go ahead and fill my informations, because it's after then we can click on this adopt default articles. So we can see two things on our screen. We can see add articles and adopt default articles. I don't want to waste your time with too much grammar, because I just stress yourself. All you have to do is to click on this adopt default articles, and once the long list pops up, please do not click on anything. It's very very long. Don't click on, and don't edit, don't mistakenly delete. If you mistakenly delete or you mistakenly edited something, quickly delete all the delete all those long messages, and then you click on the adopt default articles again. All right, so once you click on this, because if I click on it, it's not going to add, because they want me to add this witness list first. So once you click on it and you scroll, you click on save and continue. So once it's after you have done these two steps, that this save and continue can then show up very well for you to click on it. So when you click on that save and continue, it's going to take you to your fourth column, where you're going to be filling in the details of the director. So I'll just quickly go ahead and fill this witness information, and I'm also going to take a capture. I'm going to capture this other default article so that you can see and understand what I mean by the long messages. Okay, let me just clear you. These add articles can only be drafted by a well educated lawyer, because you don't even know what you're supposed to put in there. So why will you stress yourself and click on add articles? Because if you add articles, there are things that you are supposed to put. Like there are some things, grammar, all this constitution, grammar, all these kind of things. So if you don't want to waste your strength, you're looking for a lawyer too, because you definitely pay your lawyer. You definitely pay that lawyer. So in order to avoid the stress, just click on this default article and you're good to go. It won't be queried. It doesn't have any effect on your certificate. It doesn't have any effect because it's going to appear on your MEMAT. So it doesn't have any effect. So let's just quickly if I say go ahead, let's just quickly go ahead and fill in the witness information, and then we are going to move over to the director's details. Okay, now the next part you want to fill is the details of the director. So let's say we are having two directors. You click on add director, you fill for the first director. You have to come down here and click on add director. Then after adding that director, you click on add director details again, and then you add director. So now let's imagine if you are just using your own public account to register your business, and you discover that the address is not correct. So what do you, because even if you change the address, even if you put in the fill in the right address here, it's not going to still reflect. So what you have to do is to click on this your username. You go to your settings in your account and change the address. That way it's going to reflect on this new address. So you have to do all of that before you submit your registration, before you pay for your registration, or else after payment it's going to be stressful. You might not have the opportunity to change it again in case your address is not correct. So now I'm going to fill in the director's details, because we are having two directors here. So I'll fill the director details, and after filling it in, I'm going to go on to save and continue, which we have here. So it's after these details are complete that this save and continue can pop up and allow me to click on it. and then we're going to move over to the secretary, and we go over to the statement of issued shares. Okay, so I'm done adding the details of the director, because it's only where you add it that you can move over. So I am done, and this is the part of the secretary. So for a new existing company, you might not have a secretary, so you click on optional. This is the only optional that is working on company registration. Why do I say so? Because when you get to the part of compliance, which is the column 8, once you get there, you're going to also see optional. But if you click here, it's going to be queried that you should fill that details. That details is the detail of the deponents. So let's just quickly go through these, and then we are going to get to that column 8. So for now, we are not adding any secretary, so I'm going to click here. But if you have a secretary, you go ahead and click on add, and you just add the details of your secretary. After doing that, you click on save and continue. Understood? Yes. So you click on, I'm going to click on this right here. Click here. It's going to take me to this part of shareholder share details. So you can quickly go through this. Okay, you can go through this on your free time to know the total amount of shares your company can carry. But all the shares I'm seeing here are so high. Okay, they are so high. So trustee, just go through. And if you don't see your company here, it means that your company can go for 1 million shares. Please, I'm not the one that told you. But yes, that's what I think, because I can't even see supermarkets here. So but supermarket can go for a 1 million. Okay, you can see that travel and tours I was telling you about. You can see that the minimum share is 30 million. Minimum share is 30 million. So now in the part of shares, because some of you will just go and click on high shares, and yet you don't know the total amount you are using to you don't know the total amount you are paying to CAC. So for a 1 million share now, okay, for a 1 million share, you are spending approximately, okay, minus the reservation of 500 naira, which we are approximated to 700 naira. Okay, so if you are doing this registration at this part now, you are spending 18,000 naira, approximately 20 or 21,000 naira. That's what you are spending for a 1 million share. Then if you want to do a 2 million share, you are now going to add extra 5,000 naira. Okay, this is how you divide it. 10,000 naira is going to CAC, and then 8,000 naira is going to stamp. So let's say 11,000 naira is going to CAC. I'm trying to approximate it because I don't know the means of your payment. So let's say 11,000 is going to CAC, 9,000 naira is going, that is for stamp, is going to stamp. So everything is how much? Let's just say 21,000 naira. So if you are doing a 2 million share, 15,000 naira is going to CAC, which means an addition of 5,000 naira. So on CAC, for every additional share, they are adding 5,000 naira. So if you are doing a 3 million share, it means that CAC is going to add extra 5, that is 10,000 naira to the amount of 1 million share. That's total for a 2 million share, right? This is 2 million, 3 million share is going to be 20,000 naira to CAC. Then you are to bring stamp payments separately. So stamp payment is now 9,000 naira times 3. So that is the total amount you are using to register the company. In case you don't know anything about shares, shares means the worth of your company. Okay, so if you are doing a 1 million share, even if you are going for a 100,000 naira share, you are still paying 10,000 naira. So just increase your share to 1 million so you don't feel cheated. Okay, so that's how to calculate. Okay, let's say, okay, yes, I've done a 3 million shares company for myself, and the total amount I spent, everything was about 45,000 naira. Everything was about 45,000 naira. Okay, so I think stamp payment was 23,000 something. Let's just say everything 24,000. Then CAC payment was 20,000 something. Let's just say 21,000, because of I just finished explaining that for a 1 million share to CAC is 10,000 naira. For For a 2 million share, you add 5,000 naira, which is 15,000. So for a 3 million share is 20,000. So if you add remitter charges and your bank charges for transferring everything, just approximate it to 21. So for you to decide on the share you are registering, please know the amount. All amount is not the same. So if you are doing a 600 million share company, note that the amount that you are charging your clients, if you are planning on doing it, or you want to getting clients from after learning this, after this tutorial you want to get clients and register them, note that the amount for 100 million shares is not the same with 1 million. So just do your calculations. All right, so now we have gone through the part of the share details. We are just going to click on close. This part is very critical, very crucial, so I'm going to take my time to explain it very well. So in this type of company we are seeing here, this is a new new update. Should I call it a new update or a new stuff on CAC company registration? All right, so now I'm going to click on entity with shares below 5 million. So this can include 1 million shares, 2 million shares, 3 million shares, 4 million shares, and then 5 million shares. So anything above 5 million is all this we are seeing here: issuing house, broker, trustee. All these categories are above 5 million shares. So you can also do your own research. Okay, you can do your research to confirm. You see that all these are above 5 million shares. So if you are doing a 1 million share company registration, you have to choose this first part. If you are doing a 2 million, also choose this. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose this, and it's going to show 100 minimum share capital, 100,000. That's fine. So now this is a part where you're going to be filling in it. Either your company is a 1 million or 2 million or 3 million, this is the part where you're going to be fixing that. So even if you see this 100,000 naira there, leave it like that. So this is where you're going to be filling in your company share. So the company share we are doing now is the 1 million share. So let's say you are doing a 3 million share company. So what you're going to fix in there is 3 million, and it's going to reflect on these parts. So whatever value you fix here is going to reflect here. So it's not after doing this then you now try to edit. It's not even going to go. So whatever value you fix here, you're going to fix that here. If you are doing a 5 million shares, you just quickly type in 5 million. If you are doing a 10 million share, just quickly type. But now we are doing a 1 million share. So I'm just going to click on 1 million. I'm just going to type in 1 million. Okay. This is 100. This is 1 million. Now, so this we have it. All right, so please take note of this and don't make mistake, because if you get it wrong here, your registration will be queried. So we're going to go back to the step 2 of this share details, the breakdown of total company issue share capital. So now we are going to be choosing equity, because if you say a share is on equity, please open your dictionary and check the meaning of preference and equity. But the way I'm going to explain it for you is that if you want to be in charge of your shares, then please go for ordinary. But if you want someone else, a company to be in charge of your shares, then you go for preference. But please open your dictionary and research the meaning of preference and equity. But please, the most common use is equity. So please do yourself good and choose that equity. Understood? Yes. So since we have filled 1 million shares, some of you will come down here now to go and fill something else. The same amount you filled for the total company issue shares, that will be the same amount you are going to fill here, and even the divided into that will also be the same amount. Don't fill a different figure here. So I filled 1 million up, I'm going to fill 1 million also here, and it's going to reflect. So everything is reflecting 1 million, and I'll come down here also and click on and type in 1 million. This is 6 zeros, so you count your zeros to make sure it's complete, and it's going to be showing 1 here. It's correct. Even if you have 30 shareholders, this is not where you'll be dividing the shares. You don't divide shares here. This is not where. So don't say because I have 10 shareholders, you will not start saying, okay, we are dividing into, you now start putting, okay, because it's 10 shareholders, now you went to go and put 10. No, it's not done that way. Okay, so on the left hand side of this class of share should be your company share details. So let's say I'm doing a 5 million. I'm going to clean this up because it's going to give an error. So let's say we are doing a total of 5 million. Up here we have 5 million. Assume it. Just assume it. Have you assumed that? Good. Then I'm going to come down here and type in 5 million. Okay, so what I'm going to fix here also must be 5 million. You can see it. So don't try to use this part as a way to divide the shares among the shareholders. No, the part where you'll be doing that is in the details of the shareholders. So leave this part the way it is. Don't divide any share there. This is where you'll be distributing the total amount of share. Who is taking 100k, who is taking 200k, who is taking the biggest share, who is taking. This is the detail. This is where you're going to be doing that, and not here. Because if you do it here, your registration will be queried. So just on this part, you are going to, since we are doing a 1 million share registration, we are going to click on 1 million. Okay, we're going to type in 1 million. I mean to say, so we're going to type in 1 million, and I'm going to clean this and put it as 1 million. So even if you are doing a 10 million, you're also supposed to put in 10 million here. Just make sure you count your zeros. Okay, so this is 1 million now. So we are going to click on add share details. Okay, so if it's not showing like this on your own, please go and correct it. It's not correct. It must show you this way. Class of shares ordinary, issue share capital 1 million, issue share capital in words 1 million, divided into that nominal value 1. So if it's not showing you like that, please go and correct it. Okay, now over to the shareholder details. On the part of director, there's something there that you're going to see, add director as a shareholder. So I clicked on it and it has already added, but I'm going to go back to, like, I want to edit the details. Like, I want to assign shares to each of the shareholders. So I'll just quickly go to that part by clicking on edit, and it's going to take me to the part where I'm going to be editing. We have I told you we are filling for 2 directors, and I made the 2 directors shareholders and their details appeared. Please, I just tried it though, but if you feel like trying it, like, just go ahead and fill it manually, please. I think it's better that way. So now, if you observe very well, you see that the shares allotted is showing 0 and aggregate nominal value is showing 0 because I have not assigned shares yet to the shareholder. What I did in the part of director was that I had to make the director a shareholder so that their details will also appear here. So for me to do that, like I said, I have to click on this edit, and then I'm going to assign the shares to each of the shareholder. So I'll just quickly click on this, and I'm going to make that effect. Now, do you know the reason why I said you should go manually? First of all, the first time I tried doing that, make director as a shareholder, the details of the shareholders were not popping, and then when I manually filled it, it was appearing twice. So that is number 1, a no for me. Then number 2 is that the date of birth details here, instead of going to 4th, it came to 3rd. So make sure before you even click on add shareholder, you confirm your shareholder details with, if it's corresponding with what is supposed to be. Okay, so just, even if you want to use this pattern I just used now, make sure that you check your details, your client information, because it's very crucial you check it. So since we chose equity, remember we chose equity, so you cannot come down here now and choose preference. You have to still choose that equity. It's not going to go. You will pick it, but your registration will be queried. It's going to chop query. So in order to avoid that kind of query, since you have chosen equity, don't say because I chose equity and I want to come down and choose preference. No, my dear, it doesn't work that way. So you have to choose equity. Okay, and now this is where you're going to be allotting the shares. So we are dividing these shares into 2. You have 3 shareholders, so 2 for 6, 8, 2 for Okay, sorry, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, let's say we have 5 shareholders and it's 1 million share. So it means that all each the 5, if they are taking it equally, it means they're taking it 200,000, 200,000. So what you are going to type in here will be 200,000. But now where the shares allotted is equal, so I'm going to type in 500,000 here, right here. Okay, so we have this here. I'm just going to paste it in. We can see the 500 here, so I'm going to paste it in. So the thing is that sometimes this box misbehaves on phone. So all you have to do, if you have a laptop, if you are close to a laptop, you just get your laptop and it's going to be very clear. This box now is going to be very clear and wide on laptop, but on phone it misbehaves. Sometimes it is going to allow you to type in, sometimes it won't allow you. So all you have to do is to type 500. It depends on the share you're allotting. Type it on your, just type it somewhere and copy it, and then what you're going to do here is to paste it. You can see there's something like a yellowish color. So once you do that, you're going to click on add shareholder and the details we add. Then you go ahead to do it for the second shareholder and for other shareholders that are some other shareholders are involved in the company registration. Difference between the previous screen and your recent screen. So we divided it into 500, making a total of 1 million. Okay, so you should have it like this. This, it should be like this on your screen, and then all you have to do is to click on save and continue, and it's going to take you to the next part where you're going to be filling in the PSC details, but automatically it's going to fill. Okay, so let's just go to that PSC. So the PSC details has been filled by CAC. So all you have to do next is to click on save and continue. All right, so don't stress yourself of editing or anything. Just click on save and continue. Carry go. Just be going like that. Okay, so after that, the next part you're going to be filling is the statement of compliance. So this PSC now, if you don't fill it, you'll be queried. So once you fill your shareholder details, it's going to appear on the PSC details. So please don't edit anything. Just allow the computerized figure to be there. So you click on it, save and continue, and it's going to take you to the compliance details. So in this compliance details now, compliance statement of compliance, we can see this click here. Please don't click on that, don't click on it. Go ahead and fill all the details. Fill these details and then you click on save and continue. Now some of us will say we don't have accreditation number. That's fine. All you have to do is to fill in the details of the director. Okay, just fill his details here without filling anything here, because it's not compulsory. So just fill the director details here, fill it, and then you click on save and continue. Then the next part is the document upload. So I'm just going to quickly fill this compliance details, and then we're going to move over to the document upload. Almost getting to the end of this video, and please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do go to subscribe now so you don't forget and then you slip off. Yeah, so this is the part for document upload, and it's so easy. Signature of the witness, signature of directors. We are going to be uploading 4 signatures because we have 4 we have 2 directors and 2 we are going to be uploading up to 6 signatures. The witness, 2 directors, which is 1, 2 shareholders, 1, 2 PSC, no more than PSC details, 1, 2 deponents, just 1. So if you have an error, you might want to upload 2 signature of deponents. So even if you have an error, just upload it so that it can allow you pass, because if you don't upload all documents, you can't click on this save and continue. So if it's for you to upload the document, just go ahead and upload. Not all, please, all these documents on yes, all this option now, please just leave it. That's a big grammar, just leave it. But all these ones here, you upload them. So now, in the midst of identification, what you're going to do is to merge the shareholder and director IDs together. So you quickly go on your Chrome, type I love my PDF, and just use the website to merge the document, the IDs together, and then you're going to upload it. Merging means making two documents a single file. So you're going to make that a single file, and then you click on yes, click on upload, click on upload right here and upload. All documents will be showing uploaded, and you're going to click on save and continue. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and upload the documents, and we'll move over to the preview and then payments. We have our documents uploaded already, and all has been successfully uploaded. So you have to do some scroll down like this, and then you click on save and continue. It's going to take you to the part where you'll be previewing the details of your client, or maybe your company details. So all you just have to do is calm down, preview very well to make sure that you don't have any mistakes on the registration, and if you have any mistake, just go back and correct it, because if you make any mistake, it's very hard to get that done for free, because surely you will pay for it. So for you not to have that kind of stress, or for you not to go through that kind of stress, make sure you check Ofcourse, check very well, even the email, because if your email is not correct, you won't be getting the stamp duty payment receipt, because there's something about this payment of stamp duty. Sometimes after payment, you might get a 404 error, and then all you have to do to confirm payment is to retrieve your arrow number. That's if you forgot to copy, but if you copied it, then you're good to go. So the next part we have here is the payment. So we are going to quickly go into the payment for CAC and the payment to stamp. Okay, you just have to allow your remitter to load. Okay, so once it loads up like this, you have to see something like orange carrying pay with remitter, but it's not yet up, so you have to wait because it's still reading the arrow. So you also see your remitter reference number, but I think this remitter reference number changes, but it also helps, so you have to also copy this and keep it in case you want to verify payment. Okay, so it's up here, then you click on remitter. It's just the normal way we do make payment, there's no much difference. So I'll just go ahead and make this payment, and then I'm going to come back for the stamp duty payment. Yeah, so after you're done making the payment to CAC, this is the payment details of 10,000 naira for approximately 10,000, let's just say 11,000, just leave it at 11,000 because of your bank charges and remitter charges, but it's just 10,000 naira for 1 million shares or less. So after that payment, you are going to click on pay stamp duty. So for the difference now between registering a company and a business name is that if you are doing a business name, your payment ends here. So after that, it moves to pending registration. So if you don't know how to do that business name registration, I also have a video on my channel. So just check this video description. You're going to find that there. So, and then for company, after the payment of 10,000 naira, you also have to pay for stamp duty. So I'm going to click on this pay stamp duty, and it's going to open up the remitter page where I'm going to paying for the stamp where I'm going to be doing my stamp payment. So like I said earlier, for this 1 million share company, we are paying 8,000 naira, approximately 9,000 naira. So if you want to add more shares, you simply add or multiply. Maybe let's say we are doing a 4 million shares or 5 million shares, you simply add 9,000 naira in 5 places, or just multiply 9,000 naira times 5. So we have a prompt here saying stamp duty service unavailable, please try again later. So I think I'll have to try again later, or I'm going to go back to the dashboard and click on the pay for stamp. Let's see if it's going to go through that way, or let's try one more time. If it doesn't go, then I have to go back to the not submitted registration and click on stamp duty payments.